right? Take a couple shots. From here, a lot of times you see guys bring the gun into the center of their body like this, and then they do this. And you see it so much now that it's become ingrained in their muscle memory that they do it not because they're actually looking for anything anymore. They do it because it's just part of the drill. So they go bang, bang, bang. They bring the gun back really quick. Holster. Next drill. Bang, bang, bang. Gun comes in. Holster. Like without even thinking anymore. Is that wrong? I don't know. It's not the way that I prefer to teach it though. So first off, after my drill, after I'm shooting, I am not in a rush to bring my gun back to show everyone how fast I'm doing this, okay? I'm not ever in a rush ever for the most part. I mean, there could be a particular scenario, but generally speaking, I'm not in a rush to bring my gun back to my body because I was just in a firefight. If it was important enough for me to be shooting or critical enough of a situation that I was actually shooting, why am I rushing to bring my gun back off of the sights and bringing it back into my body where now it's not up by my line of sight where I can use it quickly to re-engage? Make sense? The next thing is when I bring it back to here, it's now below my eyes. I can't see my gun. If I have to do a magazine change or if there's anything I need to do with my gun, it's below my eyes. So if I'm watching for targets, I can't see my gun and my targets at the same time. I prefer to bring the gun to here, to what we call a high ready. The high ready also allows me, because the gun's coming up on an angle, this allows me to turn all the way around without sweeping anybody. If I have my gun here, I can't turn around. The other option is I bring it even to a low ready to now where I'm here, and now I'm in a very, very relaxed, neutral position. And if I turn around, if Justin comes up, right, come up, sneak up behind me. If I come around and he's here, people will argue I can shoot him in the leg and shoot his foot and come up and try to get my gun back into the fight, right? But he has the ability to come up and sucker punch me, grab me or whatever. Like come put me in a hug, like grab me, right? So now I'm here and my gun's down. If I come from this position from a high ready, right? And I turn around, here he is, I can elbow, I can strike with the gun. I have more options. I can create space, okay? Which brings me to the last point. If I come, let's say I even come to my high ready and I do this. If Justin's here and he sneaks up, right? And he goes to hit me or whatever, he's right here. I can't see, or I see him, but I can't do anything because my back is to him, but I see him in my peripheral vision. When I do my looks, I come here. So now if he's there and he comes at me, boom, I can strike again. My gun is closer to where the threat is. So my eyes are gonna stay with my gun, right? Maybe I don't turn all the way around, but I'm gonna bring the gun with me as I look, right? I'll bring the gun with me as I look. So if someone's here, I can turn and I'm ready to engage. I'm not here with my gun down doing this and rush to holster my gun again. Make sense? There's a couple different methods for drawing your pistol. If you're carrying it, it just depends on where you're carrying it. You know what I mean? If it's appendix or if it's a kidney position. So if it's an appendix carry, I can get away with scooping my shirt and the seatbelt at the same time. This is if I wasn't just in a car crash, right? If I was just in a car crash, the seatbelt's gonna get really tight and lock up. So I can go here and pull this up to get to my pistol and draw the pistol, bringing it up. So I'm, best case possible, I'm not sweeping my legs. And then from here, I can rotate whichever direction. If I have it in the kidney position and it's on my side, instead of trying to pull the seatbelt up, what I'll do is I actually grab my t-shirt right here in the middle and I yank my shirt up so that way I can get to the pistol in the kidney position, because I'm not going to be able to pull the seatbelt all the way up and over if the pistol's on my side. Yeah. So two different methods. What we could do, or what can happen, is if I do the t-shirt grab method right here in the middle for my appendix carry, sometimes the seatbelt comes up with it and now it's sitting across the pistol and the handle. So that one doesn't really work. So I would use the t-shirt grab if it's on my side, right? This is again as a lefty, but this would be the same context for you righties if you're sitting in the passenger seat. right? So we have that to work with. The other thing here is navigating the seatbelt, right? We'll try to navigate the seatbelt without the pistol in my hand first. There's two methods of thought on this, okay? I can take the door, right? Push the door open and pin it with my leg, okay? That's one aspect of this. This may happen first, this may happen second, depending on the situation, right? The seatbelt part, again, two methods of thought. They both work. It might be determined by which seat you're in. So which pistol's holding, or which hand is your pistol in relation to which side is the seatbelt coming across. One method would be this. Let's just take the guns out of the situation for a second. One method would be this. I grab with the side that's at the door. I grab the seatbelt, I follow the seatbelt down to the buckle, and now I'll release the buckle with my cross hand. When I bring this over, it clears the seatbelt from any of my gear. The seatbelt doesn't slide across me, okay? The other method of this is I can grab the seatbelt, slide it down, or just come to here, slide it down, hit the buckle. But now what happens is this arm is still in the seatbelt when I go to release it. So for me as a lefty, for example, if I'm here and the pistol's already out and I'm shooting and I go to take the seatbelt off, in this case, I'm obviously not going to take my shooting hand and grab the seatbelt and slide it down. So my support hand comes here, but realize as I go to bring this up, I have to do a hand swap so I don't get tangled in the seatbelt. If the door was already open, right? Let's say I was boom, 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 and I'm still here, and in this, I get the door open, or maybe the door wasn't shut all the way, right? In this case, if I'm going to get out, I can sweep on my way out. But as a righty, this works nicely as a righty in this chair, right? It works better for me as a lefty, as a passenger. As the righties here, bang, 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 the righty can take his support hand off, which is the left, grab here at the shoulder, slide down, and now this clears all his gear or all your stuff, and you can step out of the car, right? So again, just a couple methods on navigating the seatbelt. And I know it sounds like kindergarten shit, because it's like, dude, it's a fucking seatbelt. I take it on and off every day, right? But under stress, when you start doing this, like, this is one of the things that will get you stuck and trapped in the vehicle. As silly as it seems, the seatbelt's a big deal, right? Because it's the one time you have to stop the fight for a brief second to get your seatbelt and to get the doorknob managed, right? One more thing on the doorknob. Another thing to take into consideration is, before I do any of that, I need to put the car in park, or I need to know where the lock and unlock buttons are. Because there's a lot of these vehicles that once you put it in the drive, the doors automatically lock. So if you're in the passenger seat and you go to get out and the driver didn't put the car in park, you're over there trying to get the door open, the door's not opening. You know what I mean? So you need to know where those buttons are and slow things down for yourself to where you can find the stuff, manipulate it, right? The reason I'm talking about putting my leg on the door, okay, this is more important for like armored vehicles because the doors are super heavy and they'll come back and you can break your leg. But if I throw the door open like this, see how it bounces back? So if I go like this, I throw the door open, it bounces back, and my leg gets clipped in between here, I can injure myself, right? Or I get stuck on the door trying to get out or run into the door, right? So when I open the door, I'm here, I throw the door open, I pin it with my leg to either then stay and shoot, or pin it with my leg so that I can then step out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good morning, Brazil. Rich Graham here, veteran Navy SEAL and chief instructor for Titanium Tactical. I'm excited to announce a long overdue trip to Brazil. It's been almost 10 years since I've been there, and we're coming there to teach vehicle combatives at the ABRAP facility, and this is going to be a great course. Vehicle combatives is a very important skill to learn. It's a very important topic. If you want to protect yourself and your family, know how to work around your vehicle, this is a course that you want to be at. So get with Mr. Gomez, get with Bob from Titanium Tactical, get your spot The spots are limited, and we will see you there in Rio, April 19th, for an amazing day of training.